Hello, everybody, in this amazing Twin Flame group, and welcome to another Matt and Brian Moon Activation.
Yeah, welcome.
Today's date is February 10th, 2025, the first full moon of the year of the snake. And it is a full moon in Leo. And so Brian and I were talking about this moon, and the energies more recently came to at least me. I don't know about you, Brian, but this moon is a pivotal moon. It's powerful because it's going to set the tone for the coming short period of time, personally and collectively, that is also going to affect going way further out. Um, and I feel there's been a lot that has come. So I'm going to prompt this in the healing activation when we start, but I want to say it now. Is a prompt is what are the things about you that you hate about yourself? I mean, like, despise, like, you wish you never did. You would never, I mean, even if people don't know, you would never tell another person. We want to explore that shadow because we want to come back to the oneness. We want to come back to all the parts, all the wholes of all the things, and accept it as part of the oneness of the unity of God. God is source. And so, even you in your great I am, it's accepting all the things back to the oneness. I mean, that's the good, the bad, the ugly. And because we're bringing that up, is because this moon, I feel, marks the ending of the old self and the beginning of the new self. Even if it's not just yet, but it starts that. It's a catalyst for that. And I know we've said this before, but this is another layer. This is a bigger time because 2025 is going to be a very transformational year in many ways, collectively, personally, in all sorts of ways. So this at least gets the ball rolling for you and how so much of us have gone through a transformation last year, but this is where so much of that stuff ends. And I'm not saying it's going to be like just like rainbows and pina coladas and butterflies, but this is where a big shift will start, even if it seems very subtle, and it starts consciously. I mean, this is how in spirituality we are conscious about things. So it's about getting ahead of this stuff, or at least being aware of it. So,
Yeah.
what are the things within you that you hate, don't like, whatever? I mean, even if it's been healed, we're not bringing it back up, but just acknowledging it and seeing it from your past, just to bring it back into the oneness that you are. Because the oneness is not just light; it's light and darkness. It's part of the whole. It's yin and yang. It's part of the whole thing. It's This is where we kind of collapse duality and just come back to the oneness. Brian, do you have anything else to share if you want to touch on that? Because I know we talked a little bit, we talked much about these energies beforehand.
The thing that keeps jumping out at me is and I had this written down that on the west coast of the United States, the full moon will be at 5:55 a.m., which is this upcoming Wednesday, the 12th. And I just thought it was interesting that it was 555. That's one of those numbers I see a lot, and that's all about like angelic change. And like five is a number
Mm,
of like in tarot and numerology, five is like a number of if you need to make a change, you make it, or it can even represent like divine intervention coming in and creating miracles, um,
hmm
and balancing things. Um, and I just feel like that alone really backs up what you're saying. It's
hmm
the first 3 months to me feels like it's like a combination of cleansing out anything from the prior year while we're
mm,
the new astrological year, which when we go into Aries season,
yeah,
or some people like celebrate it April Fool's Day or April 1st,
yeah.
the New Year then. And this being the first full moon in in the lunar new year, in the year of the snake, it really is about transformation. And I just feel like in the past, Matt, you were talking about everyone having like their personal 2020. or a lot of people
Hmm.
were having a personal 2020 in the past year. And I feel like this energy of change was started over the last couple of
Yeah.
years. And I feel like the last year, which was a leap year, kind of put a really strong energy out. And now this year, I think we're going to see more of the change. It might have felt internal, it might have felt energetic. And I feel like it's going to start becoming more of a collective, more of an experience that a lot of us are experiencing. And I think this full moon is all about finding personal power to get you through all these changes.
Yeah. It's
This,
a very healing full moon. And it's definitely a wrap up of a lot of things from 2024 as
yeah,
well.
yes, I'm right there with you. Very,
Um, we'll go more into that in the activation. Another theme is very hopeful, or is a theme of hope. And because, I mean, whether you're paying attention, whether you're, or whatever you're focusing on, there's a lot of doom and gloom going on right now, uh, collectively. And
and Mars has been out of bounds, which means it's stronger energy, and it's been retrograde in Cancer, which is emotionally reactive. So there is a lot of that.
yeah.
A lot of people are reacting to everything and trying to process everything going on the world stage and in their personal lives.
Hmm. And so, a good thing about reaction is for people here in this group, and you know, Rachel in this group talks a lot about like Neville Goddard. One of the things Neville Goddard says, he quotes the Bible is, I don't know if it's a direct quote, but it's at least something Neville Goddard says is, God acts, the devil reacts. So in this activation, we were going and focusing on ourselves. We're bringing it back to the 0 point. We're stopping the reactions, and then we're going to react, setting a new series of acting in our own personal power and not being the victim of reacting to things that we think are happening to us. So that's I mean, again, Leo, personal power, right? And with personal power comes responsibility.
Right.
It's we are taking the responsibility of these things, which is not good or bad. I mean, I'll say it's good because it's put it in your hands. Um, is there anything else, Brian?
I think you nailed it. I do. I don't really have anything other than, I mean, there's been a lot of victim consciousness, even like in the astrology, with like
Mm-hmm.
North Node is in 29 degrees of Pisces. I've heard that referred to as the anoretic degree, or it can be the degree of suffering or extreme illusion or whatever. And with Pisces, that is all about illusion.
Mm-hmm.
I think with North Node being
We're going into
that,
Pisces very soon, so there's going to
right,
be a lot of
right, in about like what, a week maybe or something
something
like
like that.
that. And so there is, just our future, like our life path right now, the energy is literally pushing us through illusion and victim consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's for us to find our strength in this full moon
Mm-hmm.
to balance that and to rise from victim to, I don't have the right word, but I loved how you said God acts and Satan reacts. I think that's how you said it.
Yeah, God acts and Satan or the devil reacts or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that all fits right in.
yeah. Um, and for I don't want to make this empowerment sound as like super action oriented because I'm going to be honest, like for, at least in my life right now, I'm very, very. It's been a slow winter, a very internal winter. And again, another thing is about like it's the for me is the caterpillar liquefying in the cocoon. I know I've used that reference before, but I really, really feel it right now. Um, and it's all the work we do right now is internal, but it's going to have effects going forward later on as we align and things unfold.
And I mean, even
Um,
bolt their skin, and we're in the year of the wood snake. So that's like a second
yeah, just
element.
transformation. Yeah, transformation. This might be the final thing. Is so like I said, it's gonna be it's a very healing full moon that requires a deliberate and conscious look. Even if you don't know exactly what to do, at least the initiate taking the initiation to do something or be open is going to be just as powerful. It's there's something I don't know exactly. I'm not a astrologer, but there's something going on with Chiron, the wounded healer, and so there's this is where we're looking at those wounds. We're looking at those wounds like I prompted earlier, like what is the thing you hate about yourself, the wounds, because uh, Rumi, I'm gonna butcher a quote from Ruby, is the our wounds are where the light touches our inner being. That's horrible. That's not what it is. But it's like imagine like the scars and the wounds from your trauma, what you've experienced or whatever, are like a little window or a door that lets the light of healing, the light of God, the light of grace go in and touch and see it. And we've experienced something that we don't want, or that was whatever we chose in the past to come back around to make it a great power, right? So if it's something we don't like about ourselves, there's some way to turn that completely on its head and make it one of our greatest assets, make it one of our greatest gifts, abilities, whatever. Even if it's quiet, if it's not like on a stage or you're like outwardly owning whatever it was you did or were said or whatever, there's just this is part of the integration is from one side going to the other, of like from the completely wounded, like let's say you've had like a lot of wounds with love and relationship, is that you're going to be in an amazing relationship full of healing, health, stability, like and a master of that. So it's just that's where we as these incredible light workers, people, individuals on this path experience the totality of these things and become masters. I'm going to end it there. Let's get into the activation. Brian, what do you think?
Sounds wonderful.
All right, cool. Okay, let's start the music. So is the music, to our members at home, is the music good? Can you hear it? Loud, too loud? Okay, cool. Okie dokie. So, if you're able to close your eyes and take a deep breath, breathe in into your lungs, into your body, into your belly. Allowing yourself to relax, come to a neutral, or even just really like gelatinous state. Just let your body sink, like letting the flesh fall off the bones, letting yourself sink and mold into where you are sitting or lying. Just rest for right now. Do deliberate, conscious breathing. Breathing in to your chest or belly. Maybe hold and then breathing out. Focusing on your breath. We are here for you. If you're open and receptive, energy activation at this time, that's a yes. We intend, as we channel the healing energy, the light of the full moon in Leo at this time, that's able to heal, to give you everything you need, and may it affect your relationships in all areas of your life that need it and would benefit from this. May you still be doing your conscious breathing in and out. If you've returned to normal breathing, that's okay. If you're able to place your hands on your heart, both hands on your heart, or wherever in your body or on your body that needs love, I invite you to place them there and now. Maybe one hand on your heart, the other on your womb and abdominal and sacral space. And I want you to ask the question: in this container, in this activation, this meditation. Again, what are the things I don't like about myself? Things I never liked about myself, or that I really wish I didn't do, or I started to not like about myself. Those really embarrassing things I did, I said, that people saw, or the things that people never saw but I have to live with. The things I hate about myself, physically, mentally, flaws, the things I wish I was better. I wish I was more attractive. I wish I was smarter. I wish I didn't do such messed up things. I wish I could just finally just get this or have this. Bring all of this. You don't have to identify with it as much as just acknowledge it. Brian and I are bringing in the golden light of Source, as well as Archangels, which to call in Archangel Metatron, calling in Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael. Even Archangel Azrael, who is associated with transformation. He's going to be a big one this year, I feel. To me, for those who are unfamiliar with Archangel Azrael, it's associated with death and transformation. To me, I see him in almost like a hooded cloak, but it's white. And he carries a divine scythe, because he's kind of, to me at least, very similar to like the Grim Reaper, but he's a benevolent being, energy, force. Calling the light, this divine light that shines upon you and all things being brought up. From the cracks, the corners, the underbelly, the stuff you've swept under the rug, you've locked in a box, the gross gunk in the sink. This is where we acknowledge it as the oneness. It doesn't have to be a part of us like it's been going forward. It doesn't have to hinder or affect us negatively. All that we do here is to assist and heal for our best and most optimum self now and going forward. So nothing we bring up here will be hindering, will rehash to anything that is unideal. That is not what's going to happen. If you feel any pain, any sorrow, anything that is uncomfortable or shameful, any guilt, any resentment, we allow the archangels and healing divine energy to step in. We are sending healing Reiki energy through time and space, this life force energy.
And as we connected, so much came into the heart center, lots of emotions. What have you been feeling? It's okay to feel it right now. You see, the sun has been in Aquarius, which is that freedom, and Pluto shifted into Aquarius, which is bringing in freedom, the energies of freedom, sovereignty. But you feel like something just keeps following you around. Feel like there's something that you've been trying to make it through. Is that why the heart is so heavy? So if you have emotions, it's okay. It's okay. You're divinely human. You're gloriously human. And those emotions, are you releasing? That's what the full moon's about. Bringing confidence to say, I own how I act.
Let's call in the divine heart of Source, the cosmic heart, the love that you've had for things, people, places, yourself. Bring in when you have felt the most loving and loved. Bringing everything together. This love. Maybe you see pink, red, green energy. And coming back to yourself, where there is scars, wounds, traumas, anything within yourself right now, anything within yourself with all that you've brought up, to allow this healing light of Source to shine through into you, reminding your I am, your God, Goddess, true self. Giving love, compassion, and you may repeat the mantra, I am. I am. And while you're doing this, finding all of the fragments, all the parts of you, all the parts, coming back to wholeness. And within this remembering, this realization, as the pieces of you are remembering the member that you are is coming back together. There may be new insight, clarity, or just a feeling. There's been a lot of transformation, or at least a lot of death in your life, things in your life, things that were not working, things that were sacrificed, things that were in your life, whether you wanted them or not. You may be very different from where you were a year ago. This is where we leave our small self behind. The limited, stuck, frustrated, fragmented, separated self. A self that is locked into having to fix yourself, do the right thing, or else. That inner child that is trying to please and do the right thing to get what they need or want. We give all that love right now. Just with the light, shine the light. Bring all back.
To be feeling how you feel. It is okay to be exactly where you are. It's more than a protect, and you are getting through a very challenging period of time. It's been challenging across the board. No stone has been unturned. So right now, see yourself a little rowboat, a little body water, and you're thinking, not that far down there. And you take your oar, you put it in the water, and you just start floating, floating, floating. And you're going through that water, and the sun's coming out, and it's warm, and you get to that land, the other side, and the water might have looked tumultuous, it might have looked wavy and rocking back and forth, but it's calming down now. You're making it through. And there's someone in the boat with you. It is this twin flame of yours. And you're floating together through the water. You realize you're finally protected. And right now, as you're getting through this water, going through to the other side, you're tapping in what emotions are being. Did you have, what were they? Right. You realize that emotion by feeling, allowing us to send you energy, healing. You're getting through that.
Hey Brian, your audio is chopping up. It's breaking up. I don't know if we can hear him, but I'm having a hard time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We will come back to the boat on the water.
And we're taking some time now as we're getting through this water with our twin. The waters are not rough anymore. They're calm. They're collective. You realize all the archangels are actually the ones that are pulling you through this water, getting you to the other side. And all they're saying is all you have to do now is just look at your twin and look at you and feel that strong connection. Your connection has the power to change the world. Allowing you to purge that emotion that was bringing you down, purge those fears. Moving on to new, greener pastures, new worlds, new lives. And realizing that within each of us we have an inner child, but we have another person that we don't hear often about that's also within us. That's our inner parent. And now these energies are bringing in the balance so that our inner childs are being taken care of by our inner parent. Giving you all the love that perhaps you did not experience when you were a child. Bringing you the counseling, bringing you the hugs, the support. Going into each wound that inner child has been feeling and giving you that love and support, saying the light is entering that wound, going right into your soul as you're making it through this water, getting to dry land. See, and you see, and you see. We're seeing that balance of light and shadow around us as we continue our journey throughout this experience. You see, nothing can take you down. You have a soul and you are source energy because you are fierce and you are powerful. And if you need to rest, then rest. And if you need to cry, then cry. If you need a friend, then talk to a friend, make a phone call. Because in the present, you are safe, you are powerful, and you are wise. So bring in the energy to shift us and guide us to be in the present. We are in the present.
past is a memory. The future is potential. And the past and the future at times can be dangerous to us divinely amazing humans, because in those other energies, we can find ourselves trapped in the past emotions. We can find ourselves immersed in fears of what's to come. But as you know, it's always the present. And in the present, you're safe. In the present, you're protected. You're still breathing. You're still amazing. You still have what you need at this moment. So say it. Say it to yourself in your mind's eye. Say it out loud if you choose. I am the present. I am the present. I am the present. You can even say it a little quicker. I am the present. I am the present. Which sounds a little like omnipresent. I am the present. I am the present. Omnipresent. Omnipresent. And this is powerful. What this means is that when you are in the present, you have your full power. You have your full strength. You are fully protected in the present. So when you are in the present, you are omnipresent. I am in the present. I am omnipresent. In the present. Omnipresent.
Brian, when you were saying that, you started the mantra, I felt this energy just start to shift inward. All is attracted and magnetized to the center, into the present, into the here and now. And I spent a lot of my healing in the past of just like removing and clearing things, but I'm just kind of feeling like gathering everything together. And then when you started the mantra, it just all started to gravitate towards what would be everyone's like center I am. And with this healing light and this pressure of everything forming together, it's like a diamond being forged. The diamond that you are, your I am present diamond. Yeah, there's a lot of heat, there's a lot of pressure, there's even time. But this is the start of something beautiful.
I am now drawing the sign of the infinity symbol. And the reason being is, as we are in this boat with our twin flames, with our divine counterparts, as we are feeling our omnipresence, feeling the power of the present, we then turn and look at our twin. Change one word. I am your presence. You are my present. As we're approaching Valentine's Day, the energy of love, of freedom, of power, we realize that I am your presence and you are my presence. So right now this energy is going both to the twins and to us. The true gift we have just by being alive, just by being here now. Just saying, we've made it through the rough waters and we're doing great. We got this. can't stop us. We are powerful.
Just feeling a lot of convergence, energy, a lot of energy, a lot of things coming together. Of course, that pushes and forces a lot of things up. Like I'm getting like when there are massive earthquakes and tectonic plates shoved together. It's like lava, there's tidal waves, there's like mountains are formed. Through these byproducts of things being brought together, there's just great formation. What I was seeing earlier is like the game Pong. I think like air hockey when there's two sides bouncing a dot or a puck, trying to beat each other. Removing that barrier in the center between the two sides. Seeing the harmony of both sides together, not trying to beat each other or win over one another. Seeing them working in unison, aligning to each other as part of the same device, the same waves of blue energy moving, swirling around. It's like a vortex of water with the curling of a wave, but swirling around individuals, collective. It's like a water cleanse. It's not removing, burning away, blowing away any of the things, but it's just washing them off. It's not that the thing itself was bad, but this is dirty. It's purifying, like a baptism. And this goes for all the things within ourselves, all that we are. Seeing it through a new, cleansed light. It's like when a dirty baby or a dirty child gets out of the tub and their hair is all wet and messy and they're swaddled in a towel. Seeing that for people. And then so, as I see us like standing here in this unified oneness with like this like water swirling around us, above there's a star, a bright star, star of hope. This could be like the star from the tarot. Seeing like where you could like rise with the star and see yourself and everything from a different perspective. As if you are an actor playing a character on a stage in a Broadway play. You are a character among the many in this stage, in this scene, this world stage. But what you're seeing is like a third person perspective where you're in the audience but at a very like the top highest balcony seating. Not only seeing the play for what it is, seeing yourself within the play, but you're able to see everything, including the stage, the seats, the orchestra, the design of the theater. You see everything from this vantage point. Though you are still acting and a part of this drama, this play, you are in it but not of it. Perhaps that message resonates for some. And with this, you get a sense of security. From this star point, you can see the hope, from the light, from the healing that has happened or started within you, and seeing how this affects others on the stage, in the play, even those watching. Take a few more moments here.
And I've been, forgive me that I don't know the names of these crystals, but I've been using a white and a black crystal to cleanse and balance shadow and light. And I'm feeling all kinds of little tweaks and twinges and See, under the surface, we have been going through so many changes. We've been integrating, we've been purging, we've been growing, we've been expanding, we've been loving, we've been caring. And we're just bringing in a little more balance, a little more love, and really bringing in that balance between our inner child and our inner parent. Seeing the scales balance, seeing us being fully complete in our evolution of who we are, who we're becoming, and who we are expanded into. Breathing through anything that comes.
There's a feeling. It's not just a lightening of a density. I feel new activation of the third eye chakra for each individual's spiritual, not just spiritual, but vision of seeing blueprints, possibilities, and seeing through the veil of illusion in all forms in the physical. Like seeing the spiritual and the physical merge, seeing the unification of those, and seeing, not just able to see things, but interpret them, to read between the lines, see the nuances, see the truth, see the not truths, see the oneness. It's advanced seership. It's like cleansing this lens. It's like this. Yeah. Okay, we're going to start to end this activation. All oneness, all healing, transformation, activation of blueprints and codes, new opportunities, new ways of seeing and being, unification of union with self and all, over any perceived others, dismantling and uninstalling the victim programming, dismantling and uninstalling any enemies or others. Your brine for those crystals. Start to ground this in. All this energy, all that was done for you, for everyone, is going down, all the way down, through the base of the spine, through the soles of the feet, going all the way down, 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 through Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, with her permission, into the crystalline consciousness grid that exists, uploading and saving all information for the highest good of all, grinding this in a little bit longer. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Let's wipe off all energetic debris of anything and all that was released. You, your spaces. Disconnecting, sealing this energy activation in. Giving thanks to all beings, tools, technology, spirits, the archangels, you, everyone and everything for what they've done. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So be it and so it is. It's done.
It's done. And I believe that this is selenite, and I believe this is kyanite. It just came to me. It just did not come to me during the activation. But these are very, very powerful cleansing crystals. And that's what I believe these are. I just have to look it up and double check. but they did a lot of work. I just let you know I felt them doing all kinds of stuff. So
yeah. Well, thank you everybody for being here and a part of this activation. Drink plenty of water. Ground. Take a bath. Be gentle to yourself. Love yourself. See you next time.